this is the Pithy Bikes channel. A friend of mine has been giving me some really great advice for my videos. And maybe you noticed my videos improved since the earlier ones. Well, that's because of his feedback. So what better way to show my gratitude than to make him a custom set of pedal straps. But while I'm at it, I thought I'd make a little tutorial on how it's done. So the first thing we're doing is we're taking off these Why Not straps. Why Not is the brand of the strap. And they're pretty basic. There's only like 3 parts to these things. So this part is the Cordura fabric part, and there is Velcro sewn to it, and then we have the nylon webbing with more Velcro sewed to it. And this part here is the buckle, and that is the, I think, key ingredient to what makes a pedal strap a pro strap. You're gonna need some aluminum stock, and you can get this at Home Depot. And you're gonna need to cut that stock to the dimensions of the buckle. And to do that, we're gonna use a jigsaw. I figured most of you guys own one of these. And you're gonna need a metal cutting blade, and to smooth out the edges, you can use a file, or you can use some sandpaper. And next we're going to drill 2 holes. And when you drill these 2 holes, I recommend using a smaller drill first as a pilot hole. And if you don't do that, when you put your larger drill on there and start drilling, it's going to move around. So highly recommend a smaller drill first. And then we're going to start cutting this thing with the jigsaw. So can you guys guess what happened here? The blade got stuck in there and it just pulled it right out of the jigsaw. And the reason that happened is when I tightened the aluminum in there, I tightened it down too tight and it pinched the blade and just pulled it right out. So I put it back in there, I didn't tighten it as much, and I used some WD-40, and that worked out really well. So I heard somewhere that if you use WD-40, it's really good for cutting aluminum, and so far that has been the case. And here's the buckle. So we made this buckle using common tools, and here is how to make a buckle using a milling machine. Here's the finished buckles. The top 2 are from the milling machine and the bottom was with common tools. Here's a bag that I had that was just sitting around forever doing nothing, so I cut the fabric off of it and we will use it for the Cordura part of the strap. We're gonna cut 2 pieces, 15 inches by 4 inches, and that's actually like double the size, but the reason we're doing that is because we are doubling up the fabric by folding it under itself, and you'll see that in a little bit. And we need to cut the Velcro to the actual size of the strap, which is 13 inches by 2 inches. So here I am folding it under itself and putting the Velcro on top there, and just getting it ready to sew it on. This is just your standard sewing machine. It's not an industrial machine, so what you need to do is double up the thread. You need to just go around 2 times so that it's strong enough. And one thing you'll notice is that regular thread hates Velcro. It will tear it apart. Like, I had it break like 3 or 4 times on me. I had to rethread the machine. Here's the final straps. As you can see, I'm no god of sewing or anything, but gets the job done. And now we're gonna cut the nylon webbing. So you wanna cut it at 24 inches, and the webbing is 3/4 inch wide. And you need to cut the Velcro. Normally you would have 3/4 inch wide Velcro, but I didn't have any, so I had to cut this into 3/4 inch strips. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys an example of how this should be set up. So you take your nylon webbing, you loop it through, and that doubles up. And then you take this Velcro here and you fold that around so that it looks like this. So now we're gonna sew the double thickness of these together. And now for the part where we sew the Velcro on. Alright, so now I'm going to sew these little tabs, and you don't need to do this. This is just kind of like a little bonus thing, and I'll show you guys what these things do later on when I'm assembling the straps. This is the pedal that I got for my friend. It is a Twisted Odyssey pedal, and you'll notice the openings at the ends. There's 4 holes, and the other pedal has 2 holes, 2 large holes. So the large holes let you just slip the strap in there, but Twisted Odyssey pedals are not made for that, so I went in there and I cut them out. It's kind of a lot of work, but if you get a pair of snippers or whatever, you can cut it out. And then I got a file and I smoothed it out so that the straps now go right in there. So here I am assembling the strap. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a little problem here. Here's the deal. Sometimes this little area opens up, and so that's what this tab is for. You stick it in there, and it keeps that nice and snug. So there you have it, a custom set of pedal straps. If you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you later.